In this video we're going to have a look at something called two-way tables. These are also sometimes known as sample space diagrams. Now, this chart shows information about people who attend a birthday party. And there's two different ways of looking at the data. We could either look at the people who attend as being either boys or girls, or we could look at it in terms of who walks to the party and who catches the bus to the party. And this table allows us to break down that information. So first of all, let's have a look at these four boxes in the middle. These show me really specific pieces of information. So how many boys walked to the party or how many girls took the bus. And you can see from the diagram that the number of boys who walked is 7 and the number of girls who took the bus is 3. The number of girls who walked is 6, number of boys who took the bus is 4. I can see all of that from those four boxes in the middle. These four boxes around the edge show me individual totals. So for example, the numbers 13, 7, 11 and 9, if I read down one of the columns, let's select the boys, I can see that in total 11 boys attended. And switching this around the other way, I can see that 4 boys caught the bus and 3 girls caught the bus, giving me a total number of people that caught the bus of 7. The last box I've got is the master box. This is the box that tells me the total of everything that is in there. So 20 people, doesn't matter whether they were boys or girls, doesn't matter whether they walked or caught the bus, attended this party in total. And you'll notice that both horizontally and vertically, 13 plus 7 adds up to 20 and 11 plus 9 adds up to 20. Let's have a look at an example. So, here's some information about 40 people who attend a birthday party. It's usually birthday parties with these types of questions. 23 people arrived by taxi, 15 boys took the bus to the party, 12 of the girls arrived by taxi. How many girls were at the party? So the first thing we need to do is to start to draw together my two-way table. And you can see that there's two ways of looking at this data. There's a gender way, boys versus girls, and there's their mode of transport to get to the party, which in this case is taxi or bus. So what I do now is I start turning this into a bit of a table, but you've got to be careful here. If you just draw yourself a table that looks like that, whilst that looks like it's got all of the important bits, you'll notice it's missing the totals columns that kind of wrap around the whole thing. So just take care not to ignore those columns. Okay, now we need to look at putting in the information that's in the text and adding it to our table. So to start off with the one that people usually miss. Here is some information about 40 people who attend a birthday party. This is the hidden one. This is the master total. There are 40 people at this party, so that needs to go in my box in the bottom right corner just there. And then I'm going to work through this text, plucking out the various bits of information and adding it to my diagram. So 23 people arrived by taxi. I find the taxi and this is a totals one, so it goes in that box there. 15 of the boys took the bus to the party, so I need to find the box that has boys and bus, and it's that one there, and I add my 15 in. 12 of the girls arrived by taxi, so I find the box that corresponds with girls and taxi, and I put my information in there. Now at this point I run out of information in the text and the rest of it is kind of like a guessing game. So what I need to do is I need to find rows or columns where I've got enough information to fill in the missing blank myself. So if I have a look at this first one, I can see that 11 boys take the taxi. I know this because 23 people in total took a taxi, 12 of them are girls, so a simple bit of subtraction there tells me that 11 boys had to take the taxi. The next box I'm going to focus on is the total number of boys, which I know is 26, and that's because I can see 11 boys took the taxi, 15 boys took the bus, so that's a total of 26 boys. The next box I'm going to focus on is the total for the girls. I can see that there are 40 people in total. Of those, 26 are boys, so that means that 14 must be left over. There must be 14 girls at the party. And then I can continue doing this and fill in the rest of my values. When I get to this last value, the 17, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that the 23 and the 17 do add up to 40. It's kind of a double check that I can carry out at this stage. Now, the next most important bit is I've got to make sure that all my hard work doesn't go to waste. Ask yourself the question, have I actually answered what they want me to? So in this one it says how many girls were at the party, so I need to make sure that I identify the correct box and write in 14 girls attended the party. This is despite the fact that actually I arrived at this 14 before I'd finished off my grid. I finish it off read the question, make sure I'm answering the correct part. Okay, here's one for you to have a practice at home. Your information is contained in the text. Draw yourself up a two-way table, try and fill in the information from the text, and then add in the bits that it doesn't tell you. Final step, make sure that you've actually answered the question. Pause the video here, have a go yourself, hit play when you're ready for the solution. Okay, right, so looking at this one then, first of all I need my two-way table, which is going to look something like that. It doesn't matter if you've put gift and no gift at the top and male, female down the side, we'll still end up with the same correct answer if we've done everything right. So 50 people attend this wedding, that goes in my master total box down there. 37 people brought a gift with them, which is going to go in the total for the gift. 8 males didn't bring a gift. 29 females in attendance, and that's all the information from the text. Now I can start using a bit of deductive reasoning to add in the missing values. So I can see 21 males attended in total, 13 of them did bring a gift, 24 of the females brought a gift, 5 females didn't bring a gift, and that means a total number of people, 13 people, very rude, attended this party without a present. Make sure that I've actually answered the question. 24 females brought a gift to the wedding. Well done if you got that one right. Here's a second one for you to have a practice at. Now be careful with this one, because this one actually has 2 options if you look at it in terms of male or female, but then 3 options if you look at it in terms of year group. So just take a moment and think about how you're going to set up your two-way table. Pause the video here, hit play when you're ready for the solution. Okay, let's have a look at this one then. So the first thing is to make sure that your two-way table is accurate. And you can see from this one I've got it split into male, female, but this one is different because there are 3 options for what year group they could be in. They could be in year 12, year 13, or an additional option, year 14. Now you'll notice that within the text there's a lot more information going on, and that's because of the fact that there are 3 year groups rather than just having 2 different options for it. So let's start filling in the missing info. 100 people in the small sixth form, 50 students in year 12, 23 females in year 13, 51 males in the sixth form in total, 28 male students in year 12, and 12 students in year 14. So that's all of the information that I can take from the text. Now I'm going to need to start adding in my own bits, and I can see there that the missing number of females has to be 22 because it's got to add up to 50, and down the bottom it's got to be 49 females in total because it's got to add up to 100. From here I can just start adding in all of my other bits, and the final step is to make sure I've answered the question correctly. How many students in year 14 are male? Well, there are 8 of them. Well done if you got that one correct. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe.